Aloha. You're listening to the Rolling Vets podcast, a podcast by veterans, for veterans, and civilians alike. I'm Lucas Moss, your co-host, and I'm flanked by my Marine veteran peers, Aaron Pata, Chris Ellis, and our very special guest, Navy Corpsman HM2 Albert Molina. We would like to extend an invitation to you, the listener, to journey inside of our realm to discover what it means to be a rolling vet.
And we are back.
Yes.
Let's go.
Back at it like crack addicts. I feel like I've said that before on here, and I hope not.
It must have been one of the episodes I was not there for because I haven't heard that.
Yeah. Well, Aaron, fucking welcome back.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, from your little hiatus.
Hey, Aaron.
Hey, Aaron. So it's great. It's good to have an OG member back. And now we're welcoming Alberts, who we served with diligently in 3rd Battalion, 3rd Marines, specifically India Company for Aaron and I. Yeah. And so we always ask our guest on here, and you and I talked about this on the phone a little bit the other night, like, why the Navy? Like, why the military? Why join the U.S. military?
What was the motivation? Where did it come from?
Yeah.
Where did it come from? I always wanted to serve. However, I was supposed to be an Army medic. So I was working with this Army veteran, and I used to work in the lab with him. We worked night shifts, so it's just me and him processing all these specimens and whatnot. And I told him, like, hey, man, like, I think I'm ready to join the service. I want to be an Army medic. Then he goes like, don't be a fucking medic, man. Like, I'm like, what do you mean? Like, be a corpsman. I'm like, what the hell is a corpsman, dude? Like, I don't know what a corpsman is. And I was like, Google it. So go home, Google it. YouTube used to have this moto video of what a corpsman is. It's tied down with a lot of like parts from History Channel and a lot of like moto vids. And
You said he was an Army vet, like an Army medic.
No, he was an Army combat vet. He was
Oh, okay.
What's the infantry?
11 Bravo. Yeah. So
Yeah,
why would he not recommend to be an Army medic? Why would he say corpsman over an Army medic then?
So I asked him that, and he was just like, my medic was trash. So I don't know what his medic really did. I mean, this dude had like,
so poor experience.
I don't want to open up a can of worms, and like, he's still under meds and whatnot, so I didn't want to trigger him and whatnot. But we worked together for 3 years, so we know each other's like, if you're rubbing me the wrong way or whatnot, just anything that brings about what he did, because he was where our CO used to be. Where was our CO at when he was in combat? When we were
Captain Long?
Yeah, Captain Long.
Oh,
Major Long.
he definitely, he went to Iraq and Afghanistan. He was in Iraq. He was in Iraq as a enlisted, and then he went to Afghanistan as a lieutenant.
Was it Ramadi was one of them, like the neighboring one?
Oh, Ramadi,
yeah. I forgot.
It might have been, yeah.
He mentioned, Captain Long mentioned one place, and yeah, my buddy was there. I'm like, oh, okay. So, not really that I kind of knew the place, but I've heard stories about how horrible it was.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, like the Marines and the Army had different missions at that time, but still.
Right. I know that from working at the VA, a lot of the people talk shit about the Army's medic school versus the Navy Corpsman school. They always say that the Navy is better trained. They're well trained in a lot of different things. Actually, one of my roommates, he used to be a Navy Corpsman as well, and he told us like, yo, I went to Army medic school for like cross training, and a lot of the guys there were like, I wouldn't let them stick a needle in my arm.
I wouldn't say they're not as crisp, but I think just sharing a base with them in Fort Sam, where our core school was at that time. So you had them in full battle kit, like, a flak Kevlar med bag. And so we would ask them, like, where'd you go? Where would you go? Go into the classroom. I'm like, why would you be in your full battle kit in the classroom? So I don't think it's the training that's wrong. It's like why would you like once you have your full kit on, you're sitting in a classroom, that's a toll on your body. So you're just mentally not there while they're teaching you all the medicine stuff versus like for Navy, we're kind of relaxed where we're just wearing our uniforms for the most part and just listening to death by PowerPoint or, whatever is being taught to us. But it says a lot that once the Army medics go out of the military, they're more, they have more civilian licenses than us compared to Navy. So Navy, there's only a few states that would recognize that you're a corpsman. Okay, it transpires to an LVN license or to MA license. So we have to go through certain states just to be accredited to another state. So you kind of work that loophole compared to like Army medics. They just get out and, I don't know how they work their certs, but they're pretty equipped getting out.
Okay.
Like they're really well funded. And even when we were with PTA, when we kind of cross-trained with Dust Off, they showed us their stuff. They're pretty knowledgeable. I think it's just more of a pride, like, being a corpsman versus a medic, plus the Medal of Honor recipients.
Yeah. Big
I
dick
think
competition.
It's just more like a big dick energy. I'm a corpsman. What do you have? Oh, we have this. I'm like, well, we got Medal of Honor recipients,
So speaking of that big dick corpsman, is there a difference between like green side corpsman and blue side corpsman? Like
a lot, like especially ship side, and we kind of clash in the clinic. So they're pretty much really lax, and they don't have much bearing, and it really grinds my gears where we're in the meeting and this
fucking
dude is
undisciplined
just, like,
motherfuckers.
yeah. Yeah, they would be just sighing. I'm like in front of a commander. I'm like, are you seriously just doing this one? I'm like, yeah, I don't want to be here too, but Jesus, man. But they're pretty knowledgeable with medicine. So one big thing every chief that I've met will tell you, like especially with guys that are trying to pick from a clinic whether to go ship or green side, you would learn more medicine in a ship compared to going green side. Green side, you would get all your musculoskeletal injuries and maybe some, and then TCCC. Ship, like you got all your docs over there. You got a dentist. Like you have nothing to do. Okay, learn laboratory, learn dental. Versus green side, you're stuck with you're stuck proving yourself to whichever unit you're in with, plus doing Marine Corps stuff. So your energy's like half and half. So even with my first year with weapons company, I wanted to get my I wanted to hit E5, so I was studying for my exam, and then after that I had to study for my PIN and medicine a little bit, and then I was still learning, like how to be a mortarman.
Let's explain. So the FMF pin. Not a whole lot of people would know what the FMF pin is.
Yeah.
So the FMF pin, the Fleet Marine Force, it's a warfare device. Basically telling the others that you've learned your specialty, which is like being with the Marines. You learn all their how the unit works for GC, their weapons, their missions of their combat engineers, the missions of the LCACs, and all that stuff. Don't ask me now because I would
murder board right now.
So like up to the smallest detail on how to patrol land nav. Don't ask me to land nav because you'll get lost. Marine Corps history, and it's this thick of a book compared to like your logistics corpsman who would have twice the size or more. So that's the respect that they get. Like that's the hardest FMF pin you could call it, would be the LCE, like the logistics combat element. Then the is pretty easy.
Before you got with a Marine Corps unit, did you like personally choose to go green side, or did you get selected for that, or how'd that happen?
I personally chose it. So when I was up for orders. My first one from the hospital, you pick orders. I selected all green side units, and then I think Hawaii was my fifth choice, and I got it. And then I go to field med, and then after that, I report to weapons comp. I was supposed to be in HNS, and I was just like, told my chief, what the hell. And so he looked.
What's wrong with HNS?
No, because they kind of looked into my medical records. I was coming from a horrible back injury, and I kind of had like 1 month of treatment left. So I was just hurting the whole field med. And then I was just like, I'm going to be fine. I just lucked out that my senior line in weapons company was like, I'm going to give you 1 month to self-PT and be fine because I know you're pretty jacked up. And then you PT with the Marines. I'm like, okay. First PT with the Marines was this fuck off run with our first sergeant.
Yeah, let's go.
It was a Monday. I was behind. Like,
what was at the ponds? You ran the ponds, right?
He would run the ponds and Staff Hill and wherever he wanted to. So like it was always an unknown distance run every Monday. Like there were times like he would like play mind games with us. Like he would approach like where the company blockhouse is and then run some more. So you think like your run ended and then you're just like, crap, man. And you better sing cadence too, because if not, like he'll just keep on running. So you're just like 3-3's marathon team. So everybody.
Hell yeah.
Do you feel like it made you guys better though?
I mean, yeah, at some point, but at the same time, it kind of broke down some of the Marines because, Monday you do that mess off run, and then there's no structure to the running. So there's a lot of Marines like, Doc, my legs hurt, my back hurts, everything hurts, and it's more like there's no science to your running. It has a science to the guy leading it.
Yeah,
it's up to his standards.
Yeah.
Now, if like you're picking up from. You're not really a runner from go. You can't just run like 6 miles today, another 4 tomorrow, another 5 at like 7:30 pace or 8:30 pace. And it doesn't really. There's no structure, so you're just breaking Marines down for no reason. That's my opinion. So our senior line.
That's your medical opinion.
It's professional medical opinion.
It's just
we run the motherfuckers to the dirt. That's what we do, all right? That's part of our lifestyle.
The dirt as in like the afterlife. Yes, there is.
Yeah.
Yes.
So my senior line just saved us corpsmen. He was just like, we'll have corpsman PTs Tuesdays and Thursdays, and the Marines can have us Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So that kind of evened out for us not breaking in, because you also take into consideration that weapons company corpsmen at that time were like, we were a bunch of like 28 turning 30 or like on our 30s. So we were saving our bodies. And I think the most jack was Reimer at that time. That dude was massive. It's like 6 foot something, about 200 pounds of muscle or more.
I don't remember him.
I remember him like in passing.
Yeah.
Like he used to be Kilo, I think, before he went to weapons. And then my senior line used to be, I think, either Kilo, or India. Then he tried out for Scout Snipers.
Ooh.
Then he passed that one.
Good old SS, baby. Fucking Scout Snipers.
I think this is the last one that the 3-3 would have, right? I think because they're abolishing it.
Well, yeah. They're turning
it into a littoral unit.
Yeah, with the unit itself, but I think like the MOS of like Scout Sniper, I think is supposed to be changed to something different.
Really?
What?
No way.
Yeah,
really?
I don't know. I just pulled that out of my ass. I think I literally just made that up on the spot.
I'm gonna look this up right now.
I just said I fucking made it up. We gotta look up.
I'm still interested, bro. I have to find out now.
This would be our last Scout Sniper team or something like that.
Yeah.
And I never looked into it.
Breaking news.
Breaking news. Moss is a fucking liar.
No, but so all this is
Fake
going
news.
on. You got into the Navy, got to be a corpsman, got to go to 3-3 weapons and stuff like that. So and we talked a little bit about the blue side, green side. What does it mean to you, that bond between the Marines and their corpsmen? Because I feel like that's a big thing, that's, you know, because we accept the corpsmen as one of us, you know.
It's a big thing, man. Like, so before anything, like whatever I say doesn't reflect the Navy or DoD, right? Because I might say something offline. However, like my first formation with weapons company, so it wasn't much of a shock because my mentors back in the clinic were prior division corpsmen. So I was getting, you know, kind of disciplined or whatever you call it, remediated every time I mess up. So it wasn't a shock. And they already described to me how everything was and all that. So I go to 3-3 first formation with weapons company. A corporal approached me like, hey, if I get shot, you won't touch me. Only Doc Escobar can touch me. Like, you, I don't care. If you're close to me, you're inches away, you're not going to touch me. I'm like, all right, tight. Like, you know. And I know you have to earn your keep. Like, not only through PT, you got to know your medicine, or even if you know your medicine, if you can't keep up, like, there's no freaking point. So coming from that, I came from injury. I was behind the run, and like for 2 minutes, I was just struggling, and I was hounded in the BAS, like, how can you disgrace us, blah, 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 like a bunch of, like, you know, the old breed that was over there, seniors. And so I just never said an excuse because, like, you know, I'm coming from an injured dude. Like, so what I did was every morning I would PT with the Marines, whatever it is, I would keep up. I was slowly keeping up for a month. And then in the afternoon, I would PT again. I would make sure I would pass by to my, I just lucked out that my first sergeant's house was a few blocks from my house.
Mm.
I would run around his house, so he would see me running. I would run around Staff Hill, so like my staff.
Okay, got a little kiss ass
sergeant
going,
would see me
kissing
running.
little ass.
Like, you know, because there's no way like Doc couldn't keep up. I'm like, dude, I'm doing everything that I can to keep up. Yeah. Although, like, you know, freaking Motrin worked. So
changing your socks also.
Change your socks,
yeah.
And we went to Korea, and that day, the corporal who told me I couldn't touch him, anything, like, hey Doc, be in my gun right now, and don't tell HM that I want to replace him with you, but you could, if I get shot, I trust you. So it's kind of flattering, and it's like, oh, and it's like, and you could drop around in my gun. I'm like, tight.
Yeah.
So that was pretty awesome. Everything's earned. And once you earn it, it's priceless. It's something that the ship guys would never understand or accept, even because we would, you know, I would talk to some of my Marines, like they would call me through my phone and I'm at work, and it's like, yeah, I love you, dude. And they would look at me like, you never said I love you to your buddies. You never kiss your homies goodbye.
Always kiss the homies goodnight.
Like,
right.
hey, man, it's like, no, it was, you know.
I'm sorry you're not comfortable enough with your sexuality to say that.
Right?
Yeah.
So no one would understand the bond, like, if you've never been in with Greenside, or if you don't get it, you haven't earned it, the way I see it, because like, just getting you guys' trust is something. Like, you gotta earn everything, and that's something that should be kept, because now that the FMF pin is required, so historically you earn it too. Like, you don't sign a page 13 that says, like, in 12 months I'm gonna get it, versus like corpsmen used to be like, you know what, I'm gonna get the pin, and they'll get it on their own terms, and now it's just required, which kind of loses its meaning, because, you know, it's required of you, but no, earning the trust of Marines is something else. Like, it's priceless. I would do it again. Like, and it sucks because when I moved to India Company, I gotta re-earn that shit. Like, especially, like, I'm pretty sure, like, I got the vibes that, you know, good old Andy didn't really like me from the get-go. It took some time. I knew it. You know.
I'm sure Andy still doesn't like me, and we just had some drinks, so who knows?
You just saw Andy?
This is a little bit before our last episode together. So
okay.
Not recent,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
How's he doing with the newborn, right?
yeah, he's doing very well.
He was always a dad, you know, in my
Yeah.
mind. You know? he was always a dad. He just had like just cool dad vibes. You
All
know,
right, so if he's dad, then who's mom?
Jerry. Jerry is definitely mom. Like a very tough mom, you know.
Like an Asian mom.
No,
not that tough.
no, not that tough.
Okay,
Not that
okay.
tough.
I was
not
gonna
that
say
tough.
Bailey would be mom.
Bailey.
No, I feel like Bailey was like the
Babysitter.
babysitter.
Yeah, definitely.
So what does that make Major Long?
Oh
The
God.
Godfather.
Yeah. So he always sat in solitude somewhere, you know.
Long lost uncle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like the fit,
drunk
like
uncle that you never mess with.
yeah. Yeah. Oh, shit. Okay, maybe he's actually dad, like father. He's father. He's not dad. He's father, and then Carlson is stepdad, and that's why he's cool because he's this cool stepdad,
Yeah.
you know. And then so like then the fun police, aka father, comes down. He's the bad guy, which is Long. That's how I envision this whole dynamic now.
Basically, what you're saying is we're just one fucked up family.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Especially
Yeah.
and to bring it fucking full circle, that's how we feel about Corpsman. Like Corpsman, or they're.
I'd love to see how he ties it in. I'd love to see how he ties it in.
Yeah, let's leave on
Like
here.
Corpsman, like we accept Corpsman as one of us. Like they become part of the family. Like when I talk to a Corpsman that I serve with, I don't see them any differently than I see like my fellow Marine peers. That's just the way it goes. Like they did everything that we did and more. You
Depends
know,
on the corpsman for sure. But
yeah, obviously
most of
depends
it,
on
it's
the
like
Corpsman.
Yeah.
the corpsmen are the adopted stepchildren, or no, the adopted child, or like the stepchildren, you know. And it's
Yeah.
like, you know, either they fit in, they're great, or they don't, and you just kind of bully them.
Yeah, and you can weed them out. Like you can weed them out like very easily, and you can tell very early on like who's who.
Right.
And
Absolutely.
luckily, in my experience, I had very few poor corpsmen. Like there were some bad ones that I was just like, oh, sheesh. Like,
My first impression of Corpsman when I was in like actual the fleet, I'm not gonna name drop, but I came out of my room. Corpsman was fucking shit faced. It was on a Saturday at like 3:00 in the afternoon, like fucking gone. He's like, bro, let me give you an IV.
oh man.
I'm like, who the fuck are you? He's like,
Mustache,
"I'm your
yes or
doc."
no? Mustache, yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay. That motherfucker stole my laundry. He stole my laundry bag. Like
Wait, who is this? What?
we said we're not
Used to
gonna
be
name
India Company Corpsman.
drop. No.
Oh, then I probably wouldn't know.
No. No, I don't think he was. Yeah, no, but fucking shitbag, dude. Absolute fucking shitbag. But anyways, there are some good ones. There's some great ones, you know.
Yeah.
Like I remember
Johnston was dope.
Johnson, yeah, Grant.
Garish.
Like we had
Grant.
that first
You guys
deployment, we
had
had
solid
a dream
corpsmen,
team.
like-
Yeah.
Legit, like moving from weapons to India, like you guys had legit solid corpsmen, and those corpsmen like helped me. Like
Yeah. Marrero. Oh my god, love
Yeah.
Marrero. Shout out to my
I
homie.
almost forgot about that guy.
Yeah.
Shit.
Because coming from weapons to India, I was like, what the hell, man? I don't know how you guys operate aside from you guys like schwack the whole freaking battalion. Like that's pretty much like how I've known you guys.
Yeah.
Like,
You
Please
feared us.
elaborate. Please
I-
elaborate. Yeah, I could use a
Feared
little bit of
us.
a morale boost.
so my first field up, actually, that was it. Like my whole company gets killed, right? That was my first field up, notionally.
Notionally killed. Okay, he didn't.
So we landed with did we use the Ospreys during that time or no?
No, I thought we just used the Sea Stallions.
Yeah, so we used the Sea Stallions. So we exit out, and they told us like, okay, do security. So I go and I look at my buddy, like I forgot which Marine was this because it was my first field op. I was like, what the fuck am I doing? As long as I packed everything, right? I go as a boot ass corpsman from the hospital. Like, who do we pull security with? Like who? Like what are? I'm in a prone. All right, who am I pulling security against? Like, who am I looking for? And he didn't say anything. He's like, just pull security, doc. I'm like, all right, whatever, man. Like, I'll be in a prone with my weapon up, whatever. So I see this guy in an 8-point. I'm like, hey, what up, devil? I got shot with blanks. I'm like, oh, we're playing this fuck game. And so the night goes on and whatnot. So I just hear like, oh, we just got killed X amount of times, whatever. And good old
sure did.
one of my Marine mentors, Corporal Stura, like that dude was like took me under his wing because I basically like, hey man, like I'm struggling over here. I fucking don't know what I'm doing. Like I know my medicine. Like teach me how to freaking Marine, man. Like because I just asked someone who am I pulling security against, and he just fucking just ignored me. So he taught me a lot of stuff. And there's another thing that happened during that field up was we were already on freaking training timeout or whatever, right?
Mm.
Or so he just told me, yeah, just pull security. If you see someone, shoot them, right? So I thought you guys were patrolling, so I just shot you guys, and you guys just like fucking flipped me off. And I'm just like, dude, what's doing? Oh, doc, I forgot to tell you, we're in training timeout. You're still pulling security over there. I'm like, yeah, first time 2 hours. Like, I mean, just this window, just like motivated as hell. Yeah.
Like
And
first
then-
you tell me not to shoot or to pull security, and I get shot. Then I shoot someone, and it's not supposed to. They're not supposed to be getting shot.
Yeah.
I'm lost here, man.
It's like, hi, I'm Doc. I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah.
I just do medicine,
Then
bro.
we get back home, and you guys had to stay longer in that fuck off field in K Bay. So and they were like, lucky we're not in the company. I'm like, yeah, sure. But when it came to like advancement and sailor of the quarter and all that, like India company was always there, like for corpsman wise. And I somehow got to know some of the corpsmen in passing in the BAS, and they're pretty solid. Like competitive, they knew their medicine and whatnot. Doc Ferrari was in the same field med class as me, so I kind of knew him.
Yeah,
And,
shout out
when I moved,
Jordan. What's up, buddy? Love you, dude.
Hope you're
he
watching.
got good old HM Grant like teaching me the ropes of India company. Garish was helping me out. Johnson was a big help. Rari, they like Marrero, everyone was just teaching me like, hey man, I'm a boot ass second class. I don't know how your company moves or what their expectations are. So they kind of taught me a lot of things. Like my career was saved because of them. And because my first meeting with Jerry was, I was pissed off at first because knowing that, hey, my chief went, hey, I came back from post-deployment leave because I took it later than anyone else. He tells me like, hey, we're moving you to India company. I'm like, bullshit, chief. Like, why? I just earned my shit. Like,
Yeah.
And he was like, well, you can't grow in your comfort zone. I'm like, well, I'm going to be a second class, so it's already out of my comfort zone. Like, I was being trained, and now I'm like, as a senior line, and now I'm taking the reins of the senior line. Well, go to India company, and Hernandez is taking weapons. I'm like, fuck, man. Like, what the hell?
Oh, this is Gil.
So,
is this Gil Hernandez?
Yeah, it's Gil.
I love
So
that
I
guy.
go to
That guy
the
was dope.
blockhouse in the company, and who is your used to be senior line? Escalano took me
Oh, dude, he was my roommate. He was my
So,
roommate. Oh,
Jerry
my
was
God.
like, shook my hand, like, hey, first started Moon, and I'm like, HM2 Molina, and first thing he says, like, you know what excellence is? I'm like, in my head, I'm like, fuck, man, I don't want some motivated shit. I just got bad news from the chief that I'm moving over here. Like, I don't want to be here. And shows me the a group picture of Indie Company. I'm like, all right, tight, I guess. And after a few weeks, like
he said, "Do you know what excellence is?" That's dope. That's some Jerry shit right there. This is what excellence looks like.
And then the funny thing is, like, within 2 weeks, we got that whole like freaking acid shit. Then we got like
I remember that.
Like
the drug ring. Remember the drug ring?
Oh yeah.
Fuck. So I was looking at Fellers. I was like, "Yo, Fellers, like, help me out over here." And then Fellers also had an incident like after a week, but it wasn't involving Indie Company. It was involving some officer from another company, right? So I'm just like, what the fuck did I just walk myself into?
Surprise! We're fucked up.
Yeah, we didn't have these things in weapons company. Like, we didn't have ARIs for my to my own knowledge, especially with 81s. We didn't have anything, or maybe it was swept under the rug, or it was handled on the level. But when I moved to India, I'm like, what the hell? The drug ring, all these ARIs.
So much for that excellence, huh?
And Jerry was pulling off this Hollywood shit that I try not to laugh at, like during every time he yells at the platoon, like, "You're gonna look at me with those puppy dog eyes," like all this shit. Like, it's like stuff that I've never heard. That, like, I want to laugh because it was such a Hollywood moment, just like watching him. Like, where did he pull off these lines, man? Like,
he do that for every single
classic stuff. But then, like, you're just like, what the fuck did I get myself into? But after those moments, you just, like, kind of get the groove of, like, what Indie Company was and the leadership. And I think, I was happy that I got moved, because those were solid leaders, like, still leaders that I look up to, like. And it sucks because now I'm here in the clinic, and I have that standard already. If that standard wasn't met, it's kind of like, yeah, I wish I'm back with India, man. Like, bring me back with 3-3. Like, but you gotta grow. So it's pretty hard having that standard of that excellence, and also applying it as you go on with your career. It's pretty difficult doing it on your own. It was easy with India because everyone just bred it. Like, you guys trained me with headquarters and all that. And even to the last field up that we guys shared at, in Australia, the last day that we got all three, when you and I and Moss got yelled at for that.
Oh, no.
In the UTV.
No.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, it was actually, I think it was them testing us, because I think we already knew what we were capable of, and we were just sleeping at it. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
we were just relaxed. We were just like, whatever, man. Like,
complacent. Yeah.
I mean,
I will go on the record. I will go on the record and say that I knew where the LZ was, and we slowed down, and I pointed at it, and they said, no, it's farther down, even though that was the right one. So I will go on the record and say that I was right, and I knew where it was at. And then I
was just the passenger, okay? I was the vehicle commander, but in reality, I just wanted to ride in the go-kart.
Yeah,
that's my
fucking passed out. Like, after we reached the LZ, and then like 10 minutes in, I'm just like, where are we going? And then I just dozed off.
I was like,
oh yeah,
we were getting yelled at. But
I remember there was a water buffalo. That was cool.
Yeah. So Chris, this is like one of our last ranges in fucking Australia, and we had to do like what they call it? What's the term? Like a dry run. You had to do like a medevac like dry run before the range started. And I had never laid eyes on the LZ before.
No,
Yeah, nobody had pretty much. And I was this fucking safety Vic driver. So I was like, all right. So fucking Jerry was like, hey, let's go check it out. He was like, I'll follow you. And I was like, all right. So I take off with fucking Aaron as my aide driver and then Albert's the fucking corpsman in the back. And we're in the UTV, we're driving, and I get there and I like point to it. And then they're like, and it's fucking Andy and Jerry in the fucking truck behind us. And they're like, no. And I was like, okay. So I
And that
kept
shit was
driving.
marked too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was marked.
It was March. And so I was like, okay. So I just kept driving and kept driving and kept driving and
We drove
kept
for so
driving.
long,
And
dude.
dude, I like the range was supposed to start like within like 30 minutes of us going to check this
It was a
LZ out.
30-minute joyride.
It was an hour. It was an hour. We were driving for a fucking hour.
Was it really an hour?
Yeah, because
I
they were
must
like,
have passed
they
out
were
too then.
they were trying to they were honking. They were honking at us from like nobody could hear the honking.
No.
Nobody could. They said that they were
18
trying to
feet's
get our
loud, bro.
attention the entire time, and that we were like speeding or whatever. It was like I was trying to hurry up and find the fucking LZ so the range could start. That's why I was speeding. Yeah, but anyways, so they finally stop us, and oh my god, got our asses fucking chewed by
That's
Jerry.
probably the worst ass chewing I've ever had in my
Yeah.
car.
Jerry was like, what the fuck? Like, we were trying to get a hold of you. Like, you didn't even know where it was. Like, you're all fucking fired. Like, oh, dude, it was just the
Yeah.
fucking craziest thing.
He's
And
like, I
was
shouldn't even let you drive this back. I'm like, well, we're not walking. Like, what the hell?
yeah, he's like, fucking follow me. I'm going to show you where it's at. And I was like, all right. So we drive all the way back.
To the first one that we
Keep driving.
And Doc's
keep
awake
driving, and we get all the
Yeah,
way
I'm
there,
fucking awake.
and we got there, and I'm looking. I literally looked at Aaron, and I was like,
Oh,
"This
no.
is the
I
same
remember this
fucking
moment.
spot."
You're like, this is the spot I pointed out in the first place. And I was like, dude, I know, just don't say anything. He's
Yeah.
already pissed. I know you want to say I told you so. Your smart ass mouth. Like,
Yeah.
I know it wants
Yeah,
to be
no.
said. Just don't say your shit.
Yeah. So just fucking.
I think like that was them just testing us, dude, just making the right call. I think they just made it up that okay, this is the LZ they know, but let us like think what they
second
do.
guess, but then like, why let me waste all that time? Like,
I think
just,
they were genuinely lost.
Yeah.
When,
I think they
like,
were
I was
genuine.
also
I
like
think- I
the
think they-
highest ranking in that freaking Vic. I should have said something like, "Hey, I don't think," or we should have made calls because we were like, leaders at our own like shops or whatever we do. Like, we could have made the right calls, and I think that was us, them telling us like we're fucking slacking or we could have done more. But that was how when I looking back, I was like, we could have made calls.
Could
They
have.
knew we knew our shit. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like.
But we're also definitely the kind of people that are like, okay, you tell us we're wrong. We're just going to keep doing whatever you want us to do. And hey,
Yeah.
you're the one who made the call. Like, I
Yeah.
think at the end of the
They were
day,
also
because
promoting like us like to run our own like
right.
thing, then they'll support, because that's how Jerry made me run medical. Was just like, how do you plan on doing these things? And I'd lay out the plan, and I'm lucky enough or blessed enough that he supported that, and he was like, all right,
Absolutely.
tight.
Absolutely.
That was what India leadership was like. Have a plan, and they just keep on challenging you till like you excel in it, and that's something I miss.
I mean, yeah, but the reason why it makes me think like it was a mistake on everyone's part is because normally if we make a mistake like that, like you'll get called out later on for it. They'll be like, oh, and there'll be like some slight jabs.
yeah.
Nobody ever talked about that moment afterwards. It was just kind of like it happened. They were pissed. We got back. We never talked about it. Nothing happened.
Yeah.
Like never
Or I
brought it
think
up as
everyone was
side
just
banter at the
tired.
COC. Maybe they were just ready
Because
to,
we were
to go on
doing
limbo.
like 10-day work weeks in Darwin. We were working 10 days. Every week was a 10-day work week. If you
Yeah.
actually realize that, we come back, it's not a weekend. You still work those extra 3 days. Still, it hits Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Every field
And
level
then we would
was
just
a
get
10-day.
fucking wasted.
Chris, you were in Australia too, right?
Nope.
Oh, Yikes.
Oh,
You missed out on a
So-
good time, my man.
No, so this is my reason why I didn't go. There's only so many slots to go. And like I think I was a sergeant at the time or a corporal, and it was either my choice to choose me to go or some of my junior Marines. And I was like, I've already been places and you won't go to places because the time they get back, they're not going to another UDP. So I was like, I can't take that from somebody. I would feel like a piece of shit if I did that. So I stayed back, and I fucking just like hermited and saved like fucking so much fucking money. And everybody came back and like, dude, I spent
so much
everything I
money there,
have.
dude.
And I was like, fucking thank God. And I'm getting out of the Marine Corps like fucking 3 months after I get back. So I was like, you know what? This was a good decision to make. But fuck, man, it would have been sweet though.
Dude, we were fucking painting the town every single night. I remember one night I had two bottles of champagne. I was chugging one, the other one was in my hand. Like, dude, it was such a lit time.
Every fucking night. Every night in Australia. Just going fucking buck wild. Albert, we celebrated your birthday out there, didn't we?
Yeah.
We went to the seafood buffet.
I remember that. Yeah, I have that picture. Do you guys have that picture?
Yeah, I have the picture too. We
Okay,
went to
okay.
the
Just
seafood
making sure.
buffet. Dude, that fucking
we
place
actually,
smacked.
yeah. The funny thing is, I had my birthday 33. I was turned 33
Raw?
in the field, and it timed well with that Warriors Day or night where we
Oh
had
yeah.
hot dogs. And I would have partaked more, but like that, I think that time I didn't shit for like 4 days. And I finally got to shit like once we were there. Like it was such a relief. Like I was even talking to Jerry like, this isn't normal. Like I normally do it every day. It's like 4 days. I couldn't even eat because my tummy was rock hard, bro.
Dude, fucking, it was the
And we were having
MREs.
steaks. And, yeah, I don't know why. Like,
Backed up from MREs. Hell yeah. you gotta
But
eat
I
that
never
gum.
got sick from MREs. Like it was just
That's a
nothing for me.
myth.
Yeah, it is a myth.
The gum's a laxative. No,
Nah.
100%.
That's a
Total
myth.
fucking-
That gum
total
isn't a
fucking myth.
laxative.
That,
Dude,
all
trust
right,
me, I've
Art.
chewed every freaking gum at that.
I don't
time.
know. Every time I chew gum out there from the MRE gum,
All
I
right.
take a shit.
Let's
Coincidence?
Art, let's go around the horn. Favorite MRE.
Ooh.
Oh,
Okay. Okay. You start.
I start? No.
All right.
I gotta go last because I'm not sure
All right,
now.
I'll
Okay.
start off.
Okay.
So it's not just the MRE, it's what you do to it. All right.
We got the MRE shuffle.
Yeah, Tony Stewart.
Little foreplay, you know. It's fucking.
So what I like to do is I like to get the chicken noodle soup, right?
Okay.
And you fucking heat
Okay.
it up, obviously. You know, like I steal like another heater out of like one of the shitty MREs
A double heater.
and fucking double heat that bitch, right?
Mhm.
And you get the bag and you fold it up and make you a fucking bowl. If you know how to make the bowl, you're
Yeah.
a pro. If not, then you're a fucking loser. All right, sorry, you're missing out.
Damn.
Well, so much
okay,
but
well,
easier to-
okay.
The
So
bowl's
this
so
is
much
the
easier
Pogue
to fucking
MREs
eat
right
out.
here, all right? They got the
Yeah.
time to make the bowl and shit. Okay.
You're
please
damn right
continue.
we do, all right? You're damn right.
Okay.
So you put it all there, you mash your crackers up, you put that in it, and you mix like the fucking seasoning and shit, and it's like, I don't know, a little piece of home.
Okay.
Not too bad.
Okay. So I have one which I thought would be the best, but ended up being the most overhyped, and that was the pizza MRE. It
Ah.
was super. I was so ready for it. I got it. I
Oh,
was
dude, I
so
was so
excited.
mad.
Dude, it was just a little piece of that shitty fucking stale bread and a
Yeah.
little bit of that sauce. And
It was basically
by-
a Lunchable, like
Yeah.
borderline a
It
Lunchable.
was worse
and when
than
you ate
Lunchable.
it, you were
Yeah.
still like hungry. And it's like, dude, I can't eat this. Like, I will still be hungry afterwards. So
Yeah.
that was the worst experience on MRE. The best one, by far, because Americans apparently have no taste buds and do not have the taste buds for spice. All right. And everything is bland as shit, was the chili mac, because it came with some hot sauce that I could
Yeah.
put in there
Yeah.
and actually make it taste good.
Okay. What about you, Albert?
Chili Mac.
Hell
Chili
yeah.
Mac?
I never
Chili
heat
Mac?
my MREs. I never had. I
Chili
rarely
Mac's
have the time
overrated.
to heat up my MREs.
Yeah.
There's always like doc. I'm like, fuck it. I think I've heated my MREs like less than 10 times the whole time I was in 33.
Wow.
Damn.
shit
Cold
cold,
ass
like-
shit.
That's my
It was
choice.
never heated.
Or chicken chunks. Those were good too.
Yeah. So I
Yeah, they
would.
had hot
so
sauce.
limited, though.
Yeah.
Yes, because that one
Never
had the
hits the
buffalo
spot.
sauce. Yeah.
The
So I
buffalo
would do.
sauce.
But so
Yeah.
it did, but that one strangely didn't come with a heater.
Right.
So I would either have to steal a heater, or I fucking finally like caved and got a jet boil, and it was a total fucking life changer, total life changer. I never ate MREs, never tasted the same after that. Like MREs actually started tasting relatively good after that.
Yeah. So the chicken chunk with
so you
half
heat it
the
up.
pack.
Yep, put in it, and then so you heat that up, drain it, and then you put the hot sauce in there and cheese. You mix it with the cheese. Oh, dude, and then you throw that shit like on a tortilla, brother. Oh man, green eggs and ham, dude. That shit is fucking.
So what I would do is I would get the chili mac and the chicken chunks, right? I would take the heater from the chili mac and either throw it away because I had the jet boil, or if I couldn't have it, that's what I would use to heat the chicken chunks up. Take the the buffalo sauce, pour half the pack into the chicken chunk.
Yeah.
Let it heat up, get nice and hot, get that melted cheese in there, even though it tastes like shit if it wasn't on it. You had to add like the right amount, because you don't want overpowered shitty cheese. And then you take the bread from the chili mac bowl and you put that on top, and it would just be heavenly. And then you still have the chili mac for the next day. Put the hot sauce in.
Remember when Jerry dropped his shit in like
no. Oh yeah, all over the Humvee, the side of the tail of the Humvee, right?
He was making this gourmet MRE.
I've never seen. All right, there's two people. There's two people that I've seen work extremely hard on their MREs. One was the first platoon sergeant I ever had, Staff Sergeant Cade. This man literally carried like. Chef Cade. He carried like condiments and different sauces and all this shit in his bag. Like this dude came prepped. Like he never had an MRE that nobody liked, So he would literally take Asian beef strips and turn it into like a fucking
no. I don't.
Of course,
no way.
That's the worst shit ever.
No, he made it work. I swear to God.
Yeah. So
Asian beef sticks.
Yeah.
No.
So it's him. And then Jerry, dude. Jerry would put in like legitimate labor hours into his fucking MRE meals.
At the government's expense.
Yeah, the government's expense. And straight up, dude, he worked so he would add like almost everything, a little bit of everything from the MRE that like into the main meal, and it would just fucking always taste good. And like he did this, he worked very hard, adding the salt.
Good 30 minutes, dude.
And then like I shit you not, it was 30 minutes of him like heating it up, like making sure it was the right temperature. Oh dude, it was a science. It was a science. And like it just fucking falls over and just all over the ground.
Yep.
And everyone in headquarters is sitting right there and just stops. Like it's like the whole air out of like the whole fucking COC was just and then we're just staring at him. He's looking at us. Just start dying laughing. Oh, dude.
I was biting my tongue. I'm like, should I laugh first?
Oh, and he threw a fit. You think this is fucking funny? Huh?
Oh man, he got so butthurt over that. But he was the type that later in the day, when he finally got more food in him, that we were able to bust his balls about it. So oh god,
man,
fucking so funny.
Dude,
like you can joke around with Jerry as long as he's not cold. That's what I.
As long as he's not miserable, yeah.
If because if it's warm, like he's fine, or hot, but when it's cold. He's a miserable son of a bitch. Oh my god, I remember in fucking Korea the phone charger, dude.
Oh man,
remember that?
Woke up
don't even say, dude. I was with First Platoon. We had just dug all these fucking trenches to get the water out.
Yeah,
and I just hear, what the fuck? Ain't nobody charging their goddamn phones tonight. I'm like, my eyes just kind of popped up, and I was like, I'm going back to sleep, man. Just have one eye open, and you can take it from here. You got the rest of the story, man.
Oh, dude. So fucking, it was towards the end of our time in Korea, and we're like, headquarters of platoon. We're gonna be nice to the rest of the company. We're gonna, basically daisy chain all these fucking outlets. so everyone can have an opportunity to charge their fucking electronics, because we've been there for like fucking 2 months basically, and it's like nobody's really had any access to electricity. So we gave like every platoon an opportunity, like an hours of the day to use like these fucking outlets. And then at night we had like a box in the COC specifically for like headquarters and like leadership. And in that box, like there was another like strip, so you could like plug your shit in there. You put your charger in there, and nobody fucks with anybody else's charger until now. And then somebody fucking took not just anybody's charger. Somebody took First Sergeant Moon's charger. And his
shit's always labeled.
Yeah, and his
He's got
shit's
his
always
name on
labeled.
it.
So there's no getting around the fact that this person
Was this in the main COC?
No, this was
No,
it was
we
in
were-
India's.
So
This is
we
India's
were in the
COC.
mud pit, remember? So
Yeah.
there was the mud pit, and then there was this little Humvee, and there was the radio charging station. You have to turn the Humvee on and charge the
Yeah.
radios. And there was like a little thing set up there, like a little table under cami netting, and there would be like,
Yeah,
it'd be like, yo, Firewatch, hey, could you hook me up? Could you let me, charge the phone? real
yeah. You
quick?"
got to make sure you start the fucking Humvee every hour on the hour so it doesn't fucking die. But yeah. So it's like 2100. 9 p.m. Everyone's in their tents, like going to fucking sleep and shit. And it's just like, what the fuck?
It woke me up. I was on the other side of the pit.
Hell
And,
no.
I was in weapons company. We heard him, and we were like, "Who the fuck
Yeah.
is that guy?" And my tent mate was just like, "I don't know, someone mad about his charger, I guess."
Yeah, and
And we
he
just
was
went-
like, hell fucking no, India company. I fucking do everything for you. Oh boy, like just screaming at us. He's like, and this is how you fucking repay me. You take my fucking charger.
Open.
Like, you better fucking come here right now. Come clean right now. Like all this shit, dude. And then
Imagine if someone
fucking
had stood up, they would have gotten crucified.
weapons platoon. Their platoon sergeant woke their asses up. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out your tents.
Staff Sergeant Rogers.
Dump
Yes,
your,
he
dump your
did.
fucking packs.
Yeah, he did. He's like, dump your fucking packs right now.
Made
I'm
him-
gonna search the tents.
Yeah, just made him fucking do all that shit. And I was like,
That was
dude.
like for the millionth time. I was so glad I was a part of weapons platoon. They had to
Yeah.
do so much stupid shit under Staff Sergeant Rogers and Staff Sergeant Smolsky. Like, holy shit, they were
Yeah.
treated like children.
yeah, fucking. I felt bad for him, but yeah, that was a fucking. That was a night.
That was a
moment.
night.
That was a
That was a
night.
night.
That was a night. Yeah, that was a night.
Did I go to sergeant's course with you, Alice?
To me? With me?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
No, I never went to fucking sergeant's course.
Hell
Fuck
yeah.
that, I skated out of that shit.
Never went to corporal's course. Like, hey, you
Because I
singing?
went
No.
The bunch
Okay.
of comp guys in Oki. I remembered it right.
Yeah,
I just
yeah. No,
thought-
you probably seen me because like I was always like at the fucking what was it called? The CP? What the fuck we called it?
Oh
Yeah.
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 Fucking
Probably,
lame.
yeah, because it was just right next to it.
Yeah. I was always on the smoke pit, just fucking skating.
Oh, being a fucking degenerate.
Classic.
Smoking with the HNS corpsman over there.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
Who was the
just 'cause
HNS
we're down at
foreman?
the fucking smoke pit.
Who's the
It
HNS
was
foreman?
debris smokes. A bunch of them smoked.
There's always debris out in the fucking smoke pit with me chilling out.
Yeah.
Debris is cool as fuck.
I
Shout
never
out Debris.
understood it. I never understood people who work in healthcare that smoke cigarettes.
Yeah. Like,
Kind of
anything-
blows my mind.
didn't you have like a course in like how bad that shit is? You should never do
Hey,
it.
Yeah, that Marine Net course with the gunnies, like, are you smoke cigarettes? Is
Oh,
like,
dude, I hated that
you
course
use
because you couldn't click
tobacco, and
through
I'm
it.
like, no. And then it's like, well, I'm gonna teach you about this shit anyways. It's
Yeah.
like, what the fuck? I don't even use this shit.
I mean, I do get it, but it's also an unhealthy way to de-stress. It's most likely it's just stress.
That's where I picked up
Because you
vaping.
couldn't really like, because some of your patients would treat you like it was fucking Burger King, and you really couldn't do much. And then if you're a corpsman, you're tied between what your MO says and also looking out for your patient. I remember one time in Korea, they asked me like, "Hey, plug him." I'm like, I don't think I should because he has VGE, and you're asking me to plug him. So yeah, it's
It's
stuff
just
like
contagious,
that.
isn't it?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
well, And then they go with the science, and I go with like, I don't think like it's right. Like he, whatever, man. Like, but stuff like that. And I remember getting yelled at for my rifle being dirty by a freaking boot-ass freaking lieutenant.
What the fuck,
Ooh,
Doc?
what
You
the
had a
fuck?
dirty.
You had a dirty
you had a
fucking
dirty
rifle,
rifle?
you fucking
Get
bitch.
outta
What
here.
the
No,
fuck?
here's
There's no fucking
I was,
excuse.
Just
What
ate the fuck up.
Doc?
no, remember that mud pit? I ate shit because of the chicken wire you guys set
Fucking
up.
fix yourself, Doc.
Your rifle wasn't
going,
dirty. Your rifle was fucking filled with mud at the very front end. It wasn't dirty. There
My
was a
whole
giant
face
mud
was
clot.
filled with freaking, dude, I ate shit.
Marine Corps doesn't give a fuck about your face. It's about your rifle.
Weapon, gear,
Which was
body.
funny.
God damn it.
Weapon, gear, body, motherfucker.
So I was getting like, whose rifle is this? And then my IDC at that time was like behind him, just say it's yours and don't say anything, because he was mentioning a bunch of like shit. It was like muzzle awareness, right? I'm just like, that's not muzzle awareness, it's weapon maintenance. So, and
Is
then
it
my
muzzle
IDC
awareness if your muzzle's clogged with dirt, though?
Yeah, so I was just like, you're yelling at me for wrong shit. And then so my IDC goes like, he went back and forth for his patient, and I ordered him to do all this stuff going back to the patient's tent and back. He just ate shit, sir, and he got here on time. He's gonna clean that rifle after he takes care of the patient. So that's one thing, just like having like, I wanted to drink that day because I'm just like, I'm taking care of this dude. I might stay in the BAS, whatever. It's freaking cold. They made me go back and forth, I think 4 times. And then seeing the at that time the BC's tent on top of a fucking pallet, that pissed me off too.
Oh
Because we
yeah.
were sleeping in a mud pit. Like I didn't feel right. Like, I just ate shit. I'm caked up with mud. My weapon's caked up. That I just maintained like a few hours before.
Yeah.
And then I just saw that pallet. I'm just like, you gotta be kidding me. Then I got yelled at for something that was like, I'm gonna take care of it after my freaking patient. Like, and you talk to me about muzzle awareness. I'm like,
I wasn't
no.
flagging
They don't give
anybody,
a fuck,
bitch.
man. They don't give a fuck.
I wasn't
Yeah.
flagging anybody. I don't even have my rifle on me. Muzzle awareness.
And this
No.
is coming from a lieutenant who lost his rifle about 4 times in Korea. So
Oh, who is this?
Oh,
Who is this? Name drop. Come on. Come on.
he's an MO, so that's all I'm gonna
Oh,
say.
okay. Never mind.
Oh,
A Navy lieutenant.
Damn.
Oh, okay.
Everyone liked him so much that they stole his boot laces. Just put it
that's
that way.
fucking
Oh, there goes another one.
yeah. Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, so like
oh,
that
man.
whole like what was very cringe to me was like taking your real rifle on the fucking endurance course for jungle
was so
warfare
stupid.
training.
So stupid.
Like, dude, like you literally just fucking destroyed your
Are you a
shit, like-
masochist? Like, yeah.
Exactly. It's just so painful to watch you literally drag this fucking thing through the mud.
I
Not only
remember
that, but knowing that it's not even gonna work because you were instructed to take your bolt out. Like you,
Right.
you take your bolt out, you take everything out of it, like, and then you just fucking just drag it through fucking 3 miles of hell.
I remember Captain Carlson. He tried to get us all to take our actual rifles. And we're like, you are out of your mind.
Because we took the rubber. Didn't we take rubber rifles a second?
Yeah, and then they made us clean. They're like, oh yeah, take these and you won't have to clean them. We're like, all right, bet. Get there. Like, no, you got to clean your rubber rifles now, and then clean your real rifles. Like, what?
Yeah.
That's a Marine Corps shit, right?
That's some fucking. I don't even know,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Did we leave all our gear there with no one watching it, or did we leave a watch behind that didn't?
I
have
don't
to
even.
for us?
I think maybe some broke dicks or something. That's who fucking knows.
Cochrane
Yeah,
sticks. Must have left sticks behind.
Sticks.
I felt bad for that dude.
No, you didn't. You gave him shit every chance he
I
got.
do,
Like, oh, here
like-
comes sticks.
Dude, like, I remember like ITX just like seeing like a pair of freaking crutches go down a 7-ton, and his buddies were like, "We'll catch you," and they didn't catch him. I'm just
Oh, dude, 7 tons, dude. 7 tons fucking suck,
like,
They
bro.
took 2 Marines.
I was
They-
about to tear, like, basically yell at Johnson, like, "What is he doing? Like, why is he here? Like, he should be back in the rear. And Johnson was, dude, I told them everything, and they said they. I'm just like, holy shit, man! Like,
dude, that's the next level shit. 7 tons. They took Cochran. They took Major Kent's knee.
Yes, dude.
Along with multiple other injuries.
He straight up fucking fell out of one, bro. Like, just.
I saw it happen. I was in the back of the 7-ton, and he fell out of the driver's side door. And we're like, oh, the major's done. Do we not have to do this? Because it was like this long ass run around this hill. It's like, do we not have to do this anymore? No, we're still gonna do it,
bro. You know what I just fucking remembered?
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
I'm sure everyone heard about this. Like, remember when I can't name drop him. A specific staff sergeant NDA company fucking slammed that dude's head in the 7-ton door. Remember that PTA? Everyone remember that?
Yup.
Oh my god, dude!
I think you fucking told me that.
Yeah, I almost forgot all about that shit, dude. That was part of what the wildest.
I do remember the story.
I know who the person is, and
you should text it to me right now.
Was it with you guys during that time?
Oh man, yes, you were. Yes, you were.
Wait, no. I don't think Doc Molina was with us then.
Wasn't he?
No, that was our first. That was our first deployment. Our first EDP.
Yeah, I wasn't there.
Yeah.
No.
So
wasn't it towards the end of our first? Yeah, but he got away scot free.
Pretty much, yeah, pretty much because let me tell the story. So we're getting picked up by Transpo. We're having this huge fucking pissing match with them, basically over the stupidest shit. Apparently, one of our guys catcalled one of the female Marines, and so they didn't want to come pick us up. And every time they came to pick us up, they were just fucking late as shit. And so they're picking us up from range 1 on the Pahuga Kaloa training area, which is the farthest fucking range out of all the ranges.
Molina was with us then.
No, he wasn't, because this was
first.
This is our first PTA.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so Transpo comes, so the trucks come. My platoon sergeant doesn't want to sit in the back. He's like, I'm gonna sit in the front with the 2 other Marines, the assistant driver and the driver. And the assistant driver is some Lance Corporal, and was like, nah, you ain't doing that. Like, and he's like, well, I'm gonna go sit in one of the other ones. And he's like, nah. But the staff sergeant already put his helmet, his Kevlar, on the seat in there. And he was walking around basically without a cover on, like getting a head count of everybody. And what the fucking Lance Corporal did was just take his fucking Kevlar and just toss it out the window onto the fucking ground.
Oh, I remember this.
So staff sergeant so climbs the ladder up to the fucking thing. And was like, I'm gonna fucking sit in here, and you're gonna go get my fucking Kevlar. And the kid was like, nah. Lance Corporal was like, nah, not doing it.
Dude, and this staff sergeant is the last person you want to do that to.
Yanks this motherfucker up out of the truck, grabs him, throws him against the truck, takes the door, just dong against this dude's fucking head. Dude, this kid had the biggest fucking black eye ever. Dropped him. The kid dropped. It was this huge fucking thing. They almost made us like get out of the fucking like trucks, like, and they were like basically like, get the fuck out, like someone else is gonna have to come get you guys. But luckily that didn't happen. We made it back. And yeah, so it turned out that the kid already had like a pending like NJP or something like that for,
he lucked out.
Yeah, for already like was it insubordination. So he was doing it again in a very short period of time, and with 2 NJPs, I think they were going to take it at the court martial. And unless he decided to like drop the charges or whatever against the staff sergeant, which he decided to do, so he wouldn't get court martialed. So yeah, fucking crazy shit.
Like,
but
he would have won that court martial hands down, dude.
Yeah, well, he would have.
Yeah.
Well, it would have been. So the insubordination happened before his head got fucking wedged in between the door and the vehicle. So, so he still would have gotten in trouble for that. I mean, his ass his ass getting beat was just part of the
Repercussions.
I didn't even remember anything bad
Repercussions
happening
and
to that staff
concussions.
sergeant. Like he wrote it out with us the entire time. Nothing changed. Like I want to hear. I would wish I was a fly on the wall for like that talking to that I'm sure first sergeant had with him.
Yeah.
Dude.
Fucking hilarious though. I mean, fucking but
fuck
7 times,
around.
man. 7
Dude,
times I'll be
those
back there.
doors.
I'm surprised my lungs aren't even like more just destroyed from the amount of dust and dirt and sand and moon dust and fucking fairy dust and
I had
cigarette
that
smoke and
fucking
ash
that
and
railing that they have on the back that keeps the cover up. I had that shit fall on me. Fucking almost knocked me out. I was like, dude, what the fuck is this shit? They're like,
Dude,
oh, don't worry. Just
when
you're
those
getting
bitches
out.
roll too, they kill motherfuckers, dude. It legitimately kills motherfuckers.
Yeah,
when they
I mean,
roll.
not as much as the
Someone
Ospreys or
actually had
AAV, so no one gives a shit.
concussion with one of those. Like he wasn't wearing his PPE and they braked immediately. He just went flying. I think it was also in PTA.
Yeah, it's just they don't kill enough people like the Ospreys and the AAV, so they don't get as much attention.
Bro.
Fucking Osprey, man.
Dude, those Ospreys are no fucking joke, man.
One just went down like 2 weeks ago?
Yeah,
believe it.
dude.
But think about
No,
it.
that was a helicopter, right?
That was the helo.
No, it was
Yeah.
an Osprey.
Was it?
Was there an Osprey?
He was an
Oh,
Osprey.
shit. Dude,
Bro,
I mean, think about it.
hate
You've got
to
two
see it.
engines on this machine, right? This fucking shitty machine. And you have a bunch of Lance corporals that are in charge of fixing it. They don't get paid overtime. Yeah, they're just
But
going to say, hey, this
no.
shit's done. Good to go.
You gotta think though, like the Air Force version of the Ospreys, they don't have much, malfunctions as the Marine Corps has. So whatever the Marine Corps is doing with maintenance, or
Well, do they
whatnot, or training,
even use them as much? Is the real question? Is
That's
because
true.
they're
Log more miles.
they're troop transports. Like how many troops are with fucking Air Force? Like, what are they
Other
doing?
than the
with them?
PJs. Yeah, like other than the PJs, who else would
Yeah.
use them?
Yeah, so it's like, we use them a fucking shit ton all the time.
All
but
the time.
and then one of my best friends that I enlisted with him, and I'm gonna try to get him on here. He was a aircraft mechanic on Ospreys, dude. He would work like fucking crazy hour days, dude, like 14-hour days, like every day. And he
Yeah, my roommate.
and he's gonna have all these certs and stuff when he got out to continue doing shit like that for like Boeing or something.
Yeah.
And he said that he was having fucking nightmares, dude. Like he was like just having nightmares, a constant stress of being like, fuck, did I tighten that bolt? Or did I do that? Or did I do this? Did I check this before I left? Like all these fucking things, because there's so much pressure on those guys because of how often these things are fucking failing and killing Marines.
Fucking.
Because even before we got in, like they had 2 crashes in one in Hawaii and one in Oki prior to us getting in the 3-3.
And then right when we got there, they had some door that fell out and almost killed a school child or some shit.
Yeah, almost fell on a fucking daycare or something, or a school.
One of our sergeants was in that crash too, right? And he was pulling Marines out of that crash.
Or which crash? The Marine
Osprey
Raiders
crash.
one? No, that was
Sergeant Leo.
Shit! Yeah, he
yeah.
ran. Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, I mean Doc Johnson also did that with the Marine Raiders.
Damn.
It was a helicopter.
No, it was his mentors that passed away on that crash. That's why he wasn't doing well when that crash happened.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, well, yeah, the second one, but he did a mass casualty one with a crash one time. Fucking crazy, dude. Like, and the AAV stuff too, man.
That's gotta be the scariest fucking thing ever to happen.
I mean, that happened to our unit.
Yeah, we had the one that drove off the cliff, which was fucking.
The one that caught fire right after, like.
Yeah, and then it caught fire with our dudes inside of it. Like that was not cool either. And then I shit you not, like 2 weeks after we leave ITX, one of them sinks.
Yeah.
And then just recently the same fucking thing happened a couple months ago. So it's fucking crazy, dude. It's absolutely crazy.
Death traps, man. All of them. And the entire time you're in there, you're like, oh, there's this giant fucking box. Like, yeah, don't get too close to it. Otherwise, you're never going to have kids again. Like, what the fuck is this shit, man?
Yeah, dude. It's and the crazy thing about it all, and it's unfortunately, but that's the direction that the Marine Corps wants to head again. They want to head into the amphibious assault aspect again, and we're really harp on that. So they're gonna be using them even fucking more. And it's like,
I remember,
oh, dude.
on our way to Korea on ship, we were told to waterproof our shit because we were thinking about splashing and taking
Dude.
AAVs. And I remember the thought of that, dude. When I was on ship, I was like, I have to ride in a fucking AAV in the ocean. I was like, I'm gonna fucking die. I
Yeah.
was like scared. I was like, dude, give me an Osprey. Like, give me something else. But we ended up taking when we found out we were taking the 53s. Then I was like, bless up. It's gonna take like 4 hours to fucking get there, but we'll get there.
Yeah.
I think
dude.
we did splash into Thailand, wasn't it? Or one of the countries on the
Did we?
LHD-6. Yeah.
But the ship that we rode into, the BHR, was the same ship that's in the what they call the Hilo Dunker movie or the Hilo Dunker training.
Really?
No way. That was the BHR.
Yeah,
Which
yeah, that was the
Hilo Dunker
BHR.
movie?
Dude, some kid
No,
at
not
my
Hilo Dunker movie,
summer,
the training thingy.
some kid at the
training
summer
video
camp I worked at knew what the Hilo Dunker was.
No shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, I fucking hated that
He
thing. They
found
tried
out
to get
he found out I was a Marine, and he was like, oh, did you do the Hilo Dunker? I was like, how the fuck do you know about the Hilo Dunker?
of all the
It's on
things.
YouTube, bro.
Yeah,
Dude,
and I
some
was
guys
like,
talked to me. They were like, "Yeah, we know what JWTC is." I was like, "How the fuck do you know that?" It's like, "Oh, I thought about enlisting, and my recruiter showed me this motivational video." I'm like, "Jesus Christ, dude!"
Oh,
Of all videos, JWTC.
that's the place that it robs you of your motivation. Robs you of your motivation.
The second time
skated
wasn't
out
so
of
bad.
it
The
that day.
first time, dude, where it was cold and miserable and fucking god awful, yes.
Yeah.
But the second
How
time,
bad
dude,
is it?
when
'Cause I've never been there.
during the summer it's fine. When it's
December,
cold out, they
yeah.
literally went out there, broke the ice for us to go jump in water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
And we had like, you remember Adamas, the small little dude?
Yeah.
He went down for hypothermia. They had to fucking medevac him out. Poor dude.
Plug his little frozen ass.
How about the HM guys that froze during ITX because they traded their warming gear with the
Kilo Company.
Oh yeah.
Kilo Company traded the
Fucking
Royal
Kilo.
Marines.
Killer
their
Kilo,
fucking baby
baby.
sacks.
They're like, look what I got from the Royal Marines. It only took my bivy sack.
Dude, the Royal Marines, dude, they were pretty fucking legit, man. They were legit.
And contrary to popular belief, I did not take our company guide on. Okay. It was probably the Royal Marines.
Yeah, which I mean, that was a sad moment in our history, but
Very sad. Very sad.
but I managed to walk away with a fucking combat jacket, which was fucking sweet. I
I
got
got
it for
one
free.
too.
Got it for free because some fucking dumbass Royal Marine boot left it. Actually, it was
It was
actually
a lieutenant.
Yeah,
A lieutenant.
Yeah, lieutenant left it
Wow.
at the chow hall. And I was like, is this anybody's? Is this anybody's? And they're like, nope. And I was like, mine now. And it fits me perfectly. Yeah.
Bro, I think my favorite thing, I have some Royal Marine shit, but my favorite thing is the fucking the warm-up jackets from Korea. The Korean Marines, like red fucking
the ROK.
Wow.
Oh yeah, I have one of
yeah.
those too. The running
Yeah.
jackets,
Their
right?
little jumpsuits. Yeah.
those are fucking sick. I have a full setup, bro. I'm like, oh, man, every night I slept in Korea wearing that shit.
Dude, I
Well,
got one of the.
wait,
the
you have
sweaters.
that? You have the Korean shit?
Yeah, you don't?
Dude, I have 2 jackets actually.
Nah, I've got
I've got so much Korean shit.
I've got the
high
jump
shit.
wings. I've got their special forces pin. I got like a couple name tapes. I got their
Dude.
like airborne fucking patch. And that was like, I think that's what I got.
See,
from
this is the
Korea.
plus side about
And,
being
like
an
a
H&S,
Korean
man.
patch.
I got so much shit. I have Korean like 8-point cover, Korean booty.
Yep.
I have Korean like shirts.
What did you trade?
Oh, why don't you
Royal
just fucking go join the fucking Rock Marines?
I got
Dude,
Royal-
I got
I got
that
Royal-
shit
You fucking
Moss,
pussy. Why don't you
how
go
do
over
you-
there?
How'd you not get that shit? I got the fucking like the digital camo fucking sweatshirt for the Koreans, like the fucking digital pat that like goes in
Yep,
swirls
I
and
got
shit.
that.
I got the fucking jumpsuit. I got their fucking one of their blouses, like the uniform on top.
Yep.
I got that from the ties too. Like, how do you
Damn,
not
got
have
one
all
of
this
them
shit,
in-
bro?
You got
name
one of
tapes
them
and
inside
shit.
of
You
you.
know what I did? You know what my secret was? I would go to the PX before we were going to a country, like before we left,
And
when
get
we were going to go to
sweatshirts.
countries. I get challenge coins. They
You get
fucking
challenge
went
coins?
nuts for challenge coins, like the fucking $8 challenge coins that had like Lance
What did you get? A Lance
Pepper?
Corporal challenge coin or what?
Yeah, like the fucking shitty ass challenge, like and
They probably
Dude,
use
I
them
would-
as
I would-
currency in some of these countries.
probably and
I brought
dude, they would
8
go nuts for that. I
sweatshirts.
got a full setup from like the Koreans for one challenge coin. I was like,
Like the
all
sweat
right.
tops. You talking about the sweat tops, Chris?
Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah, I bought 8 sweat tops because I have a buddy that was in the Marines that talked to me like before I even went in. He was like, "Hey man, if you ever deploy anywhere, take a bunch of sweatshirts with you because every one of the other countries loves our fucking sweat tops or like PT tops."
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I brought over 8 of them fuckers, and those Korean dudes loved them. I got a Royal Navy blouse, a Royal Army blouse, and a Royal Marines blouse. From fucking sweat tops,
Yeah.
bro.
Damn.
Did you get the Royal Navy out? They were out. There's like 2 guys out there.
Yeah, I got the Royal Navy blouse.
Hell yeah.
It's fucking sick.
I just got the Royal Marine Commandos. That was it. But worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I mean, I wasn't paying a bunch
Dude,
of fucking
I got
shit
a
for any of that
I
stuff.
got a fucking machete too from Thailand. That shit, dude. Oh man, I
Machete
still
baby.
use it. Yeah. I don't know if
How
it's
did
legal
you
here in
hide that
California.
one when we were getting inspected?
Funny
yeah,
story.
My shit actually got inspected too.
My shit did not get inspected. That's how I got away with it.
Because didn't we like have to like empty our packs once we landed in
Okay,
BHR?
so you know how
No,
in your
no,
assault
they had
pack-
to. They had the MPs walk around on the deck, right on the
Yeah.
flight deck with
and they
your
spot
shit,
check people.
and they just picked you randomly. And one of the fucking guys ended up being some dude I was in my boot camp platoon. And I was like, he was like, hey, he's like, do you have anything in there? And I was like, no. And he was like, all right, cool. And I was like,
Dude, we have motherfuckers coming back with Habusaki from fucking Japan. They're like, oh,
yeah,
search that
I
shit.
I got some.
yeah, I brought some back to the States. Yeah.
Like no one checks shit, and if they do, they do a shitty job. Because I put that fucking bayonet or that fucking giant machete in my fucking assault pouch, and like one of the pouch between the two,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
no problems. It's a good thing Moss passed, because if he didn't, then we would all have to dump our shit. And we'd all
Yeah,
had a
most
bad day.
likely. Most likely. I was always trying to take back shit. My dad tried to take back 2 M16s from Vietnam.
That's where you get it from, huh? That's where you
Yeah.
get it from, piece of
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah. And then I mean I had good mentors too. So like Morrison, who was my senior, his first name Thomas, he's like, hey man, like this is how you fucking do it. Like this is how you ship things back to the States. Like, this is what's worked for me.
So
And
you had a
then
good
like
bad
guys like Doc Grant, like when we ended up getting the same barracks 2 years in a row, like 2 deployments in a row, and he left his guitar up there, and like his guitar was still there, like in the ceilings. I was like,
Oh
Oh
shit.
shit, dude! My
Yeah.
seniors, when I came in first at the fleet, they were like, "You got any alcohol in here?" I'm like, "No, we're all underage." He's like, "Hold up, let me check." And he checks the fridge. Right, first place. Second place, he goes up and starts taking off the ceiling covers from our room. Like, dude, that's so smart. So now it's always hid my booze right up there. I'm like, dude, there you go.
So Okinawa fucking ceiling fines. Everybody's going in their fucking rooms, and like people are pulling out, like one dude pulled out a guitar, one dude pulled out like a gaming station, people pull out like TVs and shit. I'm like, oh fuck, I want to check mine. What the fuck is in mine? So I go up in there, I'm reaching around, fucking find shit, and I put my hand on a bag, and I'm like, the
it's
fuck is this?
fucking
It's like
DB Cooper's money.
yeah, it's a fucking Ziploc baggie, and I fucking pull it out, and it's just it says 100 on it, and it's just 100 rounds of 5.56 green tips.
What?
And I'm like, what
Liberal
the fuck?
rounds.
So I
Somebody
look there again,
kill
and
me, please.
there's a second bag that says 50 on it. I grab another bag. So I have 150 rounds of 5.56. And I think like fucking Tayez walks up and just looks at me, and I'm like,
Amnesty
Don't
box.
No. Yeah, we had like Call of Duty and shit, and like fucking I think our Lieutenant Jenkins had to come down and shit, and fucking
Oh man.
vouch for
dump it
me
in
and
the amnesty
shit. Or some,
box.
that's fucking stupid.
Be like, yeah, this guy never touches rounds unless he's at the fucking rifle range. Like, it's not him.
Exactly. I'm working the fucking armory.
Fucking
Not
100,
just like a
150. Yeah, 150 libo
150.
rounds. Yeah.
Fuck. How many does it take? Shit.
You're not killing yourself. You're killing everyone. Like 100.
Yeah. Yeah. School shooter shit right there.
Dude, that's insane. Like, I would love to hear the story behind that. Like, who the fuck came up with
Who put
150
150
rounds?
rounds in their fucking barracks room?
Dude, I don't. Yeah, dark.
It's like that's like even crazier than finding a 40 mic in a porta potty.
Oh, I remember that.
Oh yeah,
I remember that. Yeah,
the PTA.
yeah. How the
Dude.
fuck does that happen? And then there was this was when we were in comm school. They were doing a health and comfort inspection, and the kid in the room right next to me got this fake ass that was like the size, maybe if you were like a 12-year-old girl. Like, I don't know why it was so small.
Oh, fuck. It's an Asian ass, okay?
And he cut into the mattress and placed it in the mattress.
No.
And
No fucking way, dude.
and the staff sergeants are coming to fucking check the room. And he's like, staff sergeant, I gotta just tell you.
What? He told him?
You're gonna find it. So, because they were ripping the sheets off the fucking mattresses and shit. Like they weren't
What?
playing around. Yeah, this health
For
and
what?
comfort, they were just dumping everything. It was just like it was after like a 96 or whatever. They
Oh,
were
okay.
just
Yeah, they did
fucking,
it all the time in common school.
yeah, it was stupid.
You guys are
So
stupid. Yeah.
yeah, they would just trash our fucking rooms. I think it was an excuse just to trash our rooms. But yeah, he was like, staffs aren't. I gotta tell you, you're gonna find something in there, and it is mine. I want you to know that it's mine. And they're like, okay. So they walk in, didn't tell him it was like this, like a fake ass. And you just hear them laughing. You hear them just fucking dying laughing. And then they bring up the fact, they're like, what is this, a little boy ass? Like, what the fuck? You fucking little boys in here. Just fucking yelling at him, dude.
Dude.
Contraband.
Oh man. Dude, all right. So we had this one guy, he got caught smoking in the stairwell in ITB. And they're like, tight, you guys want to be fucking stupid? We'll be stupid. And they raided everybody, right? Open up fucking lockers and everything. And they would just chuck everything into the center. And you'd get like, beer bottles broken on the floor. You'd get fucking cigarettes, dip. And then get to this one guy. He's like, are you fucking serious right now? Are you fucking shitting me? He throws a giant fucking butt plug into the center. And we look out, and everybody pops their heads out, and they're just like, it's this big fucking black man. And he's like, no, man, no, it's for my girl. It's for my girl, this and that. Dude, there was no coming back from that. There was no coming back. Oh, poor guy.
Poor guy. Poor asshole.
Dude, and I know like half my ITB class came to Hawaii, so like if there are any viewers, you'll know exactly who I'm talking about. Bravo Company, baby.
No, dude.
Oh, dude. It was
man.
funny as hell.
I just like how open everyone is with what they do, because even in ITX, like the stalls don't have any covers, and I would pass by and full-blown conversation, Marine, what up,
dude.
doc?
Yeah.
Ain't a truer conversation
shit,
with two
dude.
guys taking a shit and making eye contact.
Yeah. Or shower, the open showers too. And I'm like showering with officers. Like I'm fucking,
What?
fucking, yeah. Like there was the open
When?
showers in ITX.
Oh, ITX. Okay.
Yeah. And so like I remember being in there one night with Simmons and fucking Captain. His name starts with a B. He was the arrow for us. Yeah, so he walks in there, and just to fuck with him, I literally dropped the soap and went to the position of attention. Just like buck ass naked. It was like attention on deck. And he's like Moss. He's like, what the fuck, Moss?
Was your dick at attention too, or what?
You know it. It's always. Oh man.
Shit.
Yeah, my first day with weapons company, like my senior HM3 was like, hey, have you seen testicular torsion? Like, yeah, I've volunteered in the ER a few times. It's like, come feel this one. Like, dude, I know what it feels like. I really don't want to like touch someone's balls, and we're not gonna do anything about it today. And it's like, I think it's a rite of passage with Marine Corps. Like
To touch balls.
The first day with first kind of range with indie company. You got like freaking I'm not gonna name drop him, but just Drop Trow fucking spreads his ass cheeks and asked me if there's something wrong with his ass. Well, I was in the safety pick, and I was talking to Pada and Rivera at that time.
Yep.
I just looked back and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Dog, is there something wrong with this?
Yeah, it's like, why do you guys let me show you a dick? First freaking
I would always
Look
try
right
to get
you.
try to get like my buddies, like my pecker checkers on how to get drug tested. Like get in a hall, I drop my fucking pants, turn around, like look at my dick, look at it,
Look at it. Look at it.
Well,
Look at
there'd be
it.
that one guy that would be like, you know, like getting a little bit too close looking at it. But for the most part, nobody really gave a
That's
shit.
on Brian.
Yeah. So there was this kid I went to boot camp with. He actually like graduated high school while we were at boot camp technically, and he went he was in 03. He went infantry, and they used to send me these videos of him running around the squad bay with just his flak and Kevlar on, just buck ass naked underneath, and like running around like just jumping on guys. Just fucking dick flopping around with nothing but fucking like flak and Kevlar on.
Dude, I was going through my photos the other day and I was like, holy shit, I have this photo. It was of Jaeger on the Bonhoeffer Shard with nothing but like a fucking like purple underwear that were like 3 sizes too small. And he's just posing. He's like, Pada, take a picture. I'm like, what the fuck, man? There's puke coming out of the toilets and shit. And he's like, dude,
Yeah.
take a picture. Fucking miss that guy, man.
Yeah. Ah, shit. Yeah, dude. I wish I took more photos, more videos.
Yeah, you always used to
Yes,
give me
it-
shit for taking so much photos. You're like, what the fuck, man? I'm in here in the
Yeah.
moment kind of guy. I'm like,
It's
yeah.
pretty-
What about me?
pretty
What about
much
now,
you-
bitch?
yeah,
What
pretty
about
much-
now?
Yeah, pretty much you and Albert. You guys were like the ones I took like I think majority of the photos with like
No,
my
Barrett.
last
I
like
didn't take much photos. I actually
Barrett.
regretted it. Like,
It was Barrett.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Chris? You take a lot of photos?
Not as much. I mean, I feel like you're always gonna regret, not taking some.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like because like when you're in, it's like when you take photos, like you fucking boot, like you fucking
You're
pose. You're
bitch.
trying to,
Yeah, like
yeah,
you're trying to show off
look,
yeah,
something back
trying
home.
to look cool and shit, But
Yeah.
now it's like now you like think about those memories and shit. And then I have a lot of good photos. I think from Korea and shit, good memories and stuff. So, but that's one thing. Like I fucking like told like my junior mates before I got out. I was like, the only thing I'm regretting right now before I get out is I don't have more pictures of me and my buddies.
Yeah.
was
See,
like-
and I
it's like
always
3
heard
fucking
that.
pictures.
That's why, like, every time someone gave me shit for taking photos, videos, I'd be like, "Yo, fuck off!" And now who's got the photo stash, motherfuckers? Come back.
no, and the time like I got the courage, like basically let me take more photos was the time too that we had the rule that we can't take our phones in field.
That's why I got a
Oh, yeah.
GoPro.
Yeah, I did have my phone with me, but I'm not gonna abuse it in front of everyone. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I just got a GoPro that worked out well. By the way, that race on the fucking course, what was it between
Oh,
me and
the
Doucette?
e-course?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
the rappelling stuff that goes with section before the e-course. I
yeah.
won. I won, by the way. I just want to put that out
He
there.
won,
I
by the
went-
way.
I went
He
through the
won.
video and we
I went through
frame
the
by
video.
frame.
I went through
Frame
my
by
own
frame.
video.
My foot touched the ground the second, not even seconds, probably like half a second before the boot was on the ground. Did the slow
Okay.
motion replay. I won.
We'll get you a trophy. All
I
right.
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
Send over a bottle of
It's
Hamazaki if
gonna
you
be
don't
a
mind.
big black dildo.
Big black butt plug.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yo, as long as it's got alcohol in it, I don't give a fuck.
Jesus.
You put alcohol
we
in
had
it?
that one in
Then you
weapons
basically-
company in our first UDP. Like someone found like a massive black dildo, like
Yeah, if you fill it up
2
with
feet
booze.
long.
Yeah, if you fill it up with booze, it's basically butt chugging.
No, I was talking like about a bottle in the shape of a dick that you could pour alcohol out of. You never seen those?
I've never looked for them, to be honest.
I never really looked at them either.
Can't say I have.
Dude,
Let's see your liquor collection, all right?
You got it right there. Right there.
Diamond encrusted.
Oh, lip.
Oh God, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so Lucas is making the transition to the West Coast. The best
Yes,
coast.
yes. I will be moving to California.
The California.
Yep. Draconian,
It is.
Draconian, California. And
It's an
next
adjustment.
month, actually, probably like literally like a month from now. So
Oh,
Awesome.
nice.
yeah, it's gonna be exciting. I was just saying before we started recording that I got a really good opportunity to see a lot of my East Coast buddies, just being here for a couple years, and I'm kind of blessed and lucky enough to be on the West Coast for a couple years and get to see some of my West Coast buddies too. So
We missed him.
yeah, and Chris, I'm gonna try to see you on the way through. So
Oh yeah.
hopefully
you guys met up
hopefully
yet?
can make that happen. No,
Oh,
we have
wow.
not. Yeah.
All right, well, we're all going to be doing a Vegas trip, so
Yeah,
relatively soon.
I would love that.
Albert, I love it if you can make it out and see us out here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll try.
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
I pick orders next month, I think.
Yo, hopefully it's down here, baby.
Yeah,
That'd
West
be
Coast.
awesome.
And then we'll all just like pick on Chris for being, he's not even technically
loser.
East
No.
Coast. It's like,
I'm Midwest.
Mid East.
Yeah,
The
it's
Middle
better
East.
than
All right.
He's in the
It's
Middle
nothing
East.
to be proud of.
The Middle East. The Middle East of fucking America right there.
I'm an
I
Ohio
could
State.
not go back there. There's just nothing to do out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Except each other.
Yeah.
You were from fucking Michigan. You said there's nothing
That's
to
what
do.
I said. Yeah, dude. I mean, other
What
than the
the
lakes. and
Michigan
shit.
has so much shit to do.
Yeah, but compared to San Diego, absolutely not. Name one thing. One thing San Diego does not have other than volcanoes. I couldn't. I actually had this
Not
conversation.
streets full of needles and homeless people crabbing on the streets.
I said something
Illiteracy.
they don't have. We definitely have those.
Illiteracy.
High gas prices.
Yeah, it's fuck.
Finally going down now. I fucking filled up my tank yesterday for $5.50. I was so happy.
No,
It was at like $6 something. LA was at like $10. Like,
can't
dude,
do it. Can't.
Absolutely not.
No, can't do it.
Like, I was there
can
for
save
3 years, and it
$2 on
still
gas by
blows my
switching
mind
to
how there's
Trump.
traffic on the pipeline.
By opening up an oil pipeline that we just decided willy-nilly to shut out.
Oh shit! Pipeline.
Two of them.
Okay.
Well, we had to let Russia open up the Nord Stream, so we had to shut ours down. It was only right.
No, it's part of the administration's plan to like cut down on fossil fuel emissions, even though big companies are the ones that are mainly using more fossil fuels. And the promotion of electric cars, 80% of our electricity still comes from burning fossil fuels, aka coal. So really there was no decrease in anything other than just an increase in prices. But what do I know?
What the fuck?
Our power grid can't even fucking take electric vehicles. Fucking
Exactly.
Texas about shut
No.
down
What
when
the
they got
fuck are we
fucking
talking
tossed
about
by
right now?
fucking
Told
California
everybody
about
in
shutting
San
down their fucking
Diego.
AC.
They told everybody in San Diego, yo, do not put in the Tesla power charging stations in your home.
That's what they
because our
said. They
pow-
said,
Yes.
"Yo, don't put that shit in
They
your
said,
home."
yo. They put yo in the fucking verbatim.
In
Yo,
the memo.
don't do it because our power grid cannot support it.
See?
Dude, like, and even if it could, it would come from burning coal.
Oh,
So,
Hell
good
yeah.
job, guys.
Switch to nuclear.
full circle.
that's-
Full circle
that's
here,
what you
guys.
Nuclear.
Full circle.
Nuclear,
Well-
Navy, Albert, boom, full circle, done.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
For
Well,
all week.
do we have
Which-
any? Do we
Yeah,
have
Any closing thoughts?
any closing thoughts
Any closing thoughts?
on the State of the Union?
We're fucked. Anyways, no, honestly, like, I really appreciate you bringing all these guys on here that we served with, coming back for like these memories that like I completely forgot about, talking about it. And it's awesome to hear back from you guys. Honestly, it's been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lucky to have you back. Chris.
Albert, is nice talking to you, man. Fucking
Same.
I'll have to add you on Facebook and shit, hit you up sometime. But
Yeah,
one thing
sure.
I do want to say, like I usually do weekly, is to make sure to reach out to a friend and that you served with, see how they're doing. Reach out to a corpsman, recommended corpsman podcast.
That one.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, I'm gonna steal this joke again and again, piggyback off Chris. Yeah, reach out to somebody, try to talk to as many people as you can. Like, just take the time. People understand, you won't be able to reply, right away or anything, but at least you're making the effort, right? And effort's half the battle. Albert, fucking awesome having you on, dude. Like, you've been
an honor.
a near and dear friend of not only me but of the show as well. And I owe a lot to you. I owe a lot to you. And there's a lot that I would love to have you back on to talk about because because there's a lot that we like can unravel and get down to, like, regarding you helping me like along the way, like get into like therapy and all that stuff, like on the road to recovery and stuff like that. Like, you were an instrumental part in my recovery and everything, dude. I couldn't have done it without you, bro, and I really appreciate you for that.
Man.
Yeah, no, it was all you too, dude. So, and and even like you're still in whatnot. We're still checking in with each other. We're still having a good time and keeping up and doing our thing. So, do you have anything you would like to say, man?
Yeah, like, so yeah, we're good with reaching out, but also we need I think for anyone watching, try not to be an asshole in social media or anywhere else. Because put yourself in the shoes of someone who wants to do it, like they're in a dark path, right? And sometimes they would check Facebook, and you're being an asshole on Facebook, they won't reach out to you, most likely.
Yeah.
So try to just earn something that I'll be the person that someone can reach out to, like what time of day it is. I mean, that's why I limit what I say in Facebook. Like, I do have my own opinions, strong opinions, and a lot of things that I'm passionate about. But I just keep it mellow on Facebook or social media, just so if someone really is at that spot, like, hopefully they see my photo on Facebook, I'm like, all right, I can call him and maybe stop what I'm about to do to something permanent. So that's something that that's rarely spread out. Just try not to be an asshole. Like,
absolutely.
I mean, we're assholes when don't make me an asshole. Like, what Jerry says, don't make me an asshole. But for the most part, be approachable. Like, what I mean?
Yeah.
Absolutely. And
Be approachable.
to just piggyback off that a little bit, like, there's no, we all have our opinions. Yeah. We all have our opinions, right? And will voicing those opinions on social media actually make a difference? Or would you rather vent with a close few friends and keep yourself approachable? Like, that's key.
Yeah.
And the suicide hotline's now 3 digits, I think. Is it today?
Oh.
Because it used to be a long number.
What is?
The suicide hotline. Apparently they changed it to 3-digit.
Yep. Number. It's now 988. It's no longer that 1-800.
Oh, 988.
You gotta update your little script there, buddy.
Let's go. That's it.
No, because they used to write on paddles, like, if you need something, call this number. Like,
yeah.
And good luck to your future endeavors. And people think like I'm an asshole for doing it, but after you lose some brothers along the line due to it, or you kind of realize like it sucks. Like, there's something that you don't want to search the answers because you'll never know, or you wish that you could have done something. Even as a corpsman, like when we lost Sergeant Brown when he was stabbed, like that was my first, I think, because coming in, you're motivated, you kind of romanticize being in combat and all this stuff, like all this making a difference in combat and all this shit. But once you start losing people, you kind of question and like wishing, like, yeah, you would answer when you're called, but you kind of don't want to, for me, myself, I kind of don't want to wish to put any brothers in a tight spot like that. And then you lose people taking their own lives, even a corpsman.
Yeah.
My mentor, Doc Mooj, it's really,
that one hit
it's the spot, like, even with the few ones that we've lost along the way, like, Corporal Yeager, we've lost Sergeant Parker to drowning as well, like, kind of puts in the back end where what else could you do more. So that's what I'm thinking, just like be less of an asshole. Like, I know there are times I'm an asshole, but that's where I started limiting shit that I post on social media, the trash that I post. And it kind of helped me a lot too with my mental health, because now my search bar isn't based off an algorithm. It's you're thinking more freely. I started reading more books, especially after Doc Mooge's passing. I kind of went into the dark, and Sergeant Class actually kind of saved me.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I was really depressed when we lost him, and Class was just like, hey, posted something that, what, a 90-day, was it hard 72 or hard 90?
75 hard.
Yeah, something like that. So I'm like, let me do that. So he didn't realize it, but afterwards, like, I thanked him, like, hey, man, I was on this dark depression shit. But you posting something that was positive kind of helped me, and that kind of inspired me. Like, you know what? Let me just post something that's really funny or relevant, but not something that could trigger people, like whatever political or opinions they have on a certain matter.
That's awesome.
So
man. Yeah,
that would
definitely
save some lives.
Yeah.
Can
Because
you
if
link that?
Sergeant Class didn't post that, like, I'm pretty sure I'd still be drunk right now, you know?
Yeah.
No, yeah, that Mooch, I saw him a couple days before, and that really knocked it out. I still like, shit. We were just talking about getting a place together. Like that's how it was out here, and
Yeah.
out of the blue.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, 988.
988.
988.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Don't.
Yeah.
Reach out to somebody.
Yes.
Anybody.
Well, here we are. You stuck with us all the way to the end. Thank you for listening. We want our listeners to know that if you pack chems too heavy, don't drop it. The Veterans Crisis Hotline can now be reached at 988. If you'd like to enjoy more content, don't forget to subscribe, Semper Fi, and keep rolling on.
Yet.
Later, guys.